Right now, as you're watching this, your masculine energy is under attack. And the worst part? You're the one doing it to yourself. Every single day, millions of men across America are unknowingly destroying their testosterone, draining their confidence, and killing their drive, all because of habits they think are completely harmless. These aren't rare conditions or genetic curses. These are choices you're making every day without even thinking. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which 7 habits are doing the damage and how to eliminate them before they ruin your life. Stay until the end, because number 7 is the one most men will never admit is their biggest problem. Let's get into it. Number 1, you're not sleeping enough. This is the silent killer that nobody takes seriously. You're staying up until 2 a.m. scrolling your phone, binge watching Netflix, telling yourself you'll catch up on sleep over the weekend. Here's the brutal truth. You can't catch up. Sleep debt doesn't work like a credit card. A study from the University of Chicago found that men who slept less than 5 hours a night for just 1 week saw their testosterone levels drop by 10 to 15%. 1 week of bad sleep aged their hormones by 10 to 15 years. That's the testosterone equivalent of going from 25 to 40 in 7 days. Imagine what months or years of terrible sleep are doing to you right now. And it gets worse. When your testosterone tanks, your cortisol, your body's primary stress hormone, shoots through the roof. Now you're anxious, irritable, you can't focus, you can't build muscle, and you're packing on belly fat. You look worse, you feel worse, your relationships suffer, all because you wanted to watch one more episode. Here's the fix. Set a non-negotiable bedtime. 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. Not just time in bed, but actual deep restorative sleep. No screens 30 minutes before bed. Your bedroom should be cold, dark, and dead quiet. This one change alone will transform your energy, your mood, and your drive faster than any supplement on the market. But sleep isn't the only thing draining you. And this next habit? Most men won't even admit they have a problem with it. Number 2, you're addicted to pornography. Nobody wants to talk about this one. Pornography is one of the most destructive forces attacking masculine energy in America right now. And it's free, unlimited, and in your pocket 24/7. Here's what's actually happening inside your brain. Every time you watch, your brain gets flooded with massive, unnatural amounts of dopamine, the same chemical that drives your motivation, your ambition, and your desire to chase goals and build something meaningful. But pornography hijacks that entire system. It gives you a dopamine hit so massive that normal life simply can't compete. Your brain literally starts to prefer pixels over real-life experiences. Over time, you need more extreme content just to feel the same rush. Neuroscientists call this desensitization. Your reward circuitry gets fried. Motivation drops. Focus disappears. Real intimacy becomes harder. Studies show excessive pornography use is linked to increased depression and anxiety, and it can interfere with testosterone regulation, leaving you fatigued, unmotivated, and running on empty. Men who quit consistently report the opposite: sharper focus, more energy, more confidence, and dramatically better relationships. If you're watching daily or even every other day, cut it out. Replace that wasted time with something that builds you. Hit the gym, read a book, work on your business. Channel that energy into creation, not consumption. And speaking of things that drain your energy without you realizing it, number 3, you're glued to your screen. The average American checks their phone 159 times per day. That's roughly once every 6 minutes. And the average person spends over 2 hours and 20 minutes daily just on social media. That's more than 700 hours a year, gone forever. But it's not just wasted time. Social media platforms are specifically engineered to hijack your dopamine system. Every like, every notification, every new video is a micro hit of dopamine. Just like pornography, it trains your brain to crave instant gratification. The result? You lose the ability to focus on anything requiring sustained effort. You can't sit with discomfort. You can't do the hard, boring work that actually builds masculine energy, because your brain is constantly hunting for the next quick hit. and social media is a highlight reel. You're comparing your behind the scenes to everyone else's greatest hits. That comparison is poison for your confidence. You start feeling like you're behind, like you're not enough. That's a lie, but your brain doesn't know the difference. Set hard daily limits on screen time. Delete apps that don't serve your goals. Turn off notifications. When you catch yourself scrolling, put the phone down and do something real. Walk outside. Do 50 push-ups. Call someone you respect. Anything that reconnects you to the physical world. Now, if screens are draining your brain, this next habit is destroying your body from the inside out. Number 4. You're eating garbage. Over 53% of the average American adult's daily calories come from ultra-processed foods. Fast food, frozen dinners, sugary cereals, energy drinks, chips. Food manufactured in a factory and engineered to be addictive. A study published in Cell Metabolism found that men who ate an ultra-processed diet for just 3 weeks gained about 2 pounds of pure fat mass and showed significant decreases in both testosterone and follicle-stimulating hormone, even when consuming the exact same calories as men on a whole foods diet. Same calories, completely different outcomes. It's not just about how much you eat, it's about what you eat. Ultra-processed foods are loaded with seed oils, refined sugars, and chemicals like phthalates from packaging that mimic estrogen in your body. Every drive-through run, every microwave meal is a small act of self-sabotage. Build your diet around whole foods, lean meats, eggs, wild-caught fish, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and whole grains. Get enough protein. Aim for around 1 gram per pound of body weight if you're training. Drink water, not soda. Cook your own meals. Your body is a machine. Stop filling it with cheap gas and wondering why it runs like trash. All right, stay with me because this next one catches more guys off guard than anything. Number 5. You're living a completely sedentary lifestyle. Over 35% of American adults don't engage in any physical activity in their daily routines. They sit at a desk for 8 hours, sit in their car, sit on the couch, go to bed, and repeat. Then they wonder why they feel exhausted and mentally foggy. Research from a large US study found a direct link between daily step count and testosterone. For every additional 1,000 steps a man takes per day, testosterone increases by approximately 7 nanograms per deciliter. Men taking fewer than 4,000 steps daily had significantly higher odds of being clinically hypogonadal, meaning their testosterone was so low it qualified as a medical condition. And a 12-week study on overweight men showed that increasing physical activity had a greater effect on boosting testosterone than cutting calories. Movement matters more than dieting for your hormones. Your body was built to move, lift, sprint, and fight. When you deny it that, everything breaks down. Lift heavy 3 to 4 times a week. Walk at least 8,000 steps a day. Sprint once a week. Do something physical daily that makes you sweat and push your limits. Inactivity isn't just making you soft. It's chemically weakening you from within every single day you sit still. Now here's one that most guys use to cope, but it's secretly making everything worse. Number 6. You're drinking too much alcohol. Drinking culture in America is massive. Tailgates, happy hours, weekend benders, it's normalized and celebrated. Most guys don't think twice about a few beers after work. But here's what science says. Research shows testosterone drops within 30 minutes of drinking. In one study, healthy men who drank a pint of whiskey per day saw their testosterone crash to alcoholic levels in just 30 days. Beyond hormones, alcohol destroys sleep quality, spikes cortisol, kills gym recovery, and packs on visceral fat, the dangerous belly fat linked to heart disease and early death. If you're serious about masculine energy, cut back dramatically or eliminate it entirely. Replace the drink with sparkling water or the iron discipline of saying no when everyone else says yes. Number 7. You're living without purpose and without boundaries. This ties everything together. When a man has no mission, no direction, and no standards, he drifts. And a drifting man will always fall into every other habit on this list. He'll oversleep, overeat, overstimulate, and overdrink because he has nothing meaningful pulling him forward. Nearly 1 in 10 American men experience depression or anxiety. but less than half seek treatment. 40% say they've never spoken to anyone about their mental health. The biggest drivers? Work dissatisfaction, financial stress, and feeling purposeless. Here's the deeper problem. When you lack boundaries, you become a people pleaser. You say yes when you mean no. You abandon your needs to avoid conflict. You let others dictate your schedule and your life. Every time you do that, you chip away at your self-respect. Research shows chronic people-pleasing is directly linked to low self-esteem, burnout, and a diminished sense of identity. Masculine energy isn't about domination, it's about direction, knowing who you are, what you stand for, and having the backbone to protect it. Set clear goals and write them down. Pursue them daily. Learn to say no without guilt. Surround yourself with men who challenge you, not men who enable your weakness. So let me ask you, how many of these 7 habits are running your life right now? 1, 3, all 7? Here's the truth nobody will tell you. Your masculine energy isn't something you just have. It's something you build, protect, and fight for every single day. And every habit on this list is a crack in your foundation. The good news? You now know exactly where every crack is. And you can start sealing them today. Not tomorrow, not next Monday, today. If this video hit you like a wake-up call, smash that like button so the algorithm pushes this to more men who need to hear it. Drop a comment telling me which habit you're cutting out first. I read every single one. Share this with a brother or friend who's struggling and doesn't even realize why. And if you haven't already, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. Your strongest, sharpest, most powerful self is waiting on the other side of these habits. Now stop watching and go build him.